What's up, guys? I'm Ride705. I'm at it again. You can see the shop is full of crap. Sleds there, another sled up there, and a new addition. Yeah, it barely fits. I know. I'm gonna have to do something about that. I have a little miniature lathe here. I don't use it very often, so I'm gonna probably move that somewhere, probably upstairs. I'm not sure where. It'll give me a little bit of room to walk around. Still gonna be tight. It is a 2002 TJ with a 6-cylinder. It's got 150,000 kilometers roughly. It's very rough. It's been mud bogged. It's a few dented panels. I bought a new hood for 50 bucks. It's in the back of my truck. Right now I'm just into clean mode. I'm gonna get it spotless. Rust-wise, it's pretty clean. There's a few little spots here and there, but really for a Jeep, it's very decent. So this is gonna be our next build. I'm planning on going pretty crazy with this since I own a machine shop and we do fab work. I'm going to do custom fenders. It's already got these sort of aftermarket fenders here and an aftermarket bumper. That's all going to be gone. I'm getting rid of that, the fenders, the rear bumper, and I'm going to make that all custom on my own. And then the plan is to use Raptor liner. It's a product by U-POL and kind of like a bed liner material. I think I'm going to go white with the Jeep and black for accessories. And that's going to give it a rough texture that doesn't scratch really nice, or very easy I should say. And it'll hide any imperfections, any scratches, any little tiny dings and dents won't show anymore. It's got a nice awesome snorkel, sitting on 33s, 16-inch rims, 6-inch lift. So there you go, guys. I'm going to get to work here. I'm going to degrease this monstrosity of an engine. It's just filthy. So I'm going to clean that really good, clean the firewall. I want to make sure that, I'm assuming that's green paint on the firewall, so I'm going to black that all out. And get everything ready for white paint. So, peace! I showed you the Jeep a few weeks ago, and the project's been underway for a little while now. I've been recording the whole thing because I don't have two hands and it's really hard to do something while recording it. I don't have a tripod, which I probably should have something set up so I can kind of timeline it or do whatever, but this is where I'm at. It looks horrible right now, so I grinded everything down. Cleaned everything up. I replaced anything that was broken. This piece here I had to replace. It had some rust. I don't remember where. I think these here weren't gripping anymore. They're spinning inside of it. I also got rid of, there is a skid plate that comes across here and there's like these little pucks that hold it up. I got rid of that and built a solid piece and welded that in. And then this has been degreased and also it's been pre-prepped. I'm using PUR 15 and I actually bought the whole kit so it gives you everything that you're supposed to use for it. And right now it's basically sort of been etched, so any clean metal like this here kind of has this white film on it. And although it looks really dirty, it's actually clean. It doesn't, like even the rust parts don't come off on your finger. So it's clean, it just looks dirty. So now it's pretty much ready for paint. So I've been going there and masking off all the grease nipples and everything that I don't want to get PUR 15 on because PUR 15 is absolutely permanent. This is a big aluminum transmission. I blocked that all off. I started painting this here already. I painted the exhaust with exhaust paint. I am going to wrap that too. I'm going to try to get everything I can that I don't want to get paint on. The hardest part right now is this shielding on the bottom here. I don't want to paint over that also. It's pretty. It's nice and shiny. It's clean. It looks good. No reason why I should want to paint over that. So I'm going to try to mask this as best I can or go in with the paintbrush and paintbrush around it. The problem with that is that I would like to use the spray gun and actually just blast underneath here with the PUR 15, and I do not want to get overspray on that. So I'm not 100% sure. I could actually grab masking tape over the whole surface and just do like 1,000 layers of masking tape. It's not that big, it's only on one side. It's just for the muffler. And that might be an option. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that yet, but I do want to mask this off. I don't want that to be black. I do not want to blast my exhaust with PUR 15. It's got exhaust paint on it, like high heat paint. But I want to do everything else. And I don't want to be here for 1,000 years with a paintbrush. PUR 15 is kind of potent. So I am going to be wearing a respirator. And I'm going to be wearing a full suit, some rubber gloves, because this stuff here, once you get it on your skin, it does not come off till your skin wears off. Been working on this here as well. I'm going to run this along the motor all the way around, tuck it all in there. And the reason I'm going to do that is because I don't want to spray my rad, I don't want to spray my motor. So like I said, I'm just taking my time right now. I'm going to mask everything. it's better to take a few minutes now than to get overspray over everything you don't want to get overspray on and not be able to take it off. So that's where I'm at with the project. After I'm done, I think I'm going to rock guard the frame after the POR 15's on. Although the frame's pretty clean, there's a little bit of, it's a little bit rough here, smooth here, a little bit rough here, like a few little spots. So it probably would be fine if I just POR 15'd it. It'd probably look pretty good. And then POR 15 is not UV protected. It will fade, so you do need to blast paint over that. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to rock guard the fender liners. POR 15, rock guard, and then from that point there, I'm going to just chassis paint this here. I'm not going to rock guard my axles and everything else. Just basically the frame and the fender wells. And then under here, somebody at one point in time, I think it's from factory actually, they have a bit of a texture. So I'm going to go and texture all this as well, just so it matches. When I'm all done, there's going to be rock sliders, kind of like a plate coming out here and coming across here and here. So you won't even be able to see any of this visually, but I still just want to do it. I just want to make sure it's done right, even though you can't see it. I'm just OCD like that. I'm not going to hide something that's not right. Frame looks good. Rot-wise, really good. I added a few holes for drainage right here, little half-inch holes I added because Jeeps are notorious for rusting on the frames. What happens is all the dirt gets in here and then it just sits there. There's actually like a pool of water that sits, and mud and grit that sits in your frame because there's no drain holes on the bottom. So I drilled some half-inch holes. Really, I could have went a lot bigger, but if I were to buy a brand new Jeep today and it was like that, I would definitely, that was the first thing I'd do, is put some drain holes in there. Same thing with back here. This rusted out, and that's another section that doesn't have any drain holes. The roll bar actually has a hole in the bottom, or a hole in the bottom, and they seal this off, so it rusts through here, and it ends up pooling in here till this rusts out, and that's why all the recorders rust. People say Jeeps are bad for rusting. They're not really bad for rusting. There's no rust inside the wheel wells at all in here. It's just those few spots that they let water pool, like right there and inside the frame. So if you were able to grab a brand new Jeep and correct all that right off the bat, you wouldn't have a problem. So yeah, so that's it. Jeep project underway. I'll turn the video back on when I'm done painting and blasting. So like I said, I don't have a bipod or tripod or whatever to hold this while I do all this. And batteries only last for like 3-4 hours. It's gonna take me a lot longer to do that. So peace.